Hello everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you get to watch this. I'm glad you found your way back to my little corner of YouTube. My name is Sarah. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. See, 2 weeks flew by, didn't they? And for the first timers who are finding me, hi, I'm Sarah. I love to crochet and game and save the world and be a mommy and be a wife. But today we're going to talk about crochet. And actually, this is not even technically the second podcast. I started my first podcast about 2 weeks ago. So if this is your first time seeing me, don't worry, you don't have a huge backlog. Just go back and watch the first one. It won't take too much time. Then you can recap here. I'll still be here. I would like to talk to you about some pattern books I got. And when you watch podcasts, especially the really good ones, I'll get there someday. You get inspired because you see what they're making and they'll show their acquisitions. They'll show the goodies that they got, which then leads you to go to Etsy or the specialty shop to buy the thing that they've got because it's wonderful and you want to make it too. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Well, I've done it with my 7 Wives shawl, which I showed earlier in my last podcast. But this, I'm going to blame Lulu Loves. If ever this reaches Lulu Loves, it's your fault, Lulu. Thank you so much for sharing this. Lulu Love shared in her last podcast, I believe it was her last one, a magazine, a bookazine that Shapeshays does twice a year. And so they're bookazine. And it was their number 12. They do them, they're up to number 14. And she showed off number 12, which is romance. And she showed it off and she showed the beautiful patterns, and I went, oh my, I have to have that. And I went to shapeshays.com. They're a European-based, I don't want to say in case I'm wrong, but I switched Swiss, Dutch, in that region of Europe, and they have an English website. And what's wonderful about these bookazines is that you can look and you can see all the patterns that are in each bookazine. And they're all together by theme. So there's like 14 of them and each one has a theme. And it's not like we're in most magazine publications. You see the front cover pattern and then you just have to buy it and hope that you like everything else. No, these are fantastic. You get to see all the patterns, or at least, not the written one, but you get to see pictures and it'll tell you if it's knit or crochet. And Shapeshays bookazines are very even across the board. It's not, 12 patterns of knit and, oh, you crocheters, will throw you this token poncho. Or crocheters, here are all these wonderful things. Oh, you knitters, here is a couple patterns of, I don't know, here are some socks and one sweater that you can do. No, it's pretty even. So if you're a knitter or a crocheter, these books are great. And it tells you exactly, everything that you need. And I went, yes. So I did buy the romance one, but I bought a couple others because I figured, well, I don't want all 14, but they're not that expensive. Well, I don't think they are, considering for what you get. So I'm going to show you. This is like our show and tell. Let's flip pages and go ooh at pictures. So let's have some fun doing that. But before I do that, it's time to snuggle. It's looking gorgeous outside. Golden, the leaves are falling. It's very Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon outside. Leaves slowly falling, beautiful gold, dramatic. And I have to show you, I went to the store today and I couldn't resist. I had to buy these lovely flowers because you need happy in your life, and this was gorgeous. And it had to come onto my dining room table. Anyway, let's look at patterns and let's drool and let's get inspired. Here is the Dutch Masters. This is bookazine number 4. And it gives you a really nice overview right off the bat, and the art on the back, the Dutch tulips. That's crocheted. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, I probably will never make it, but that doesn't change the fact that I would love looking at it. Oh, inspired by Vermeer. The light falls on her face, on her tanned wrists, on the milk poured from the jug. You can almost smell the scent of the broken bread. It's as if we are there, in the room, with the milkmaid. It's the timeless, quiet, and simple moments, and the amazing use of color. Ultramarine and lead tin yellow with which Johannes Vermeer still captures our hearts. So a lot of these patterns in the first section are inspired by Vermeer. And this is the Winter Light poncho. Isn't that beautiful? It's crocheted. It's something that I'm like, ooh, that looks snuggly. I love snuggly. And that just looks beautiful. Oh, and again, the Dutch tulips. Isn't that lovely? Oh, and I love just maybe this is very I think it's impractical, at least where I live in my world, but this is the artist bicycle dress, and they have them in different the styles. You can have either the Vermeer bicycle dress, the Mondrian, the Van Gogh, or the Rembrandt. I mean, that's like, you know, when you just need it even on your bicycle. I find that really, really humorous. And it has wonderful articles on different types of yarns and just the pros and cons and what they're made of. It's beautiful. But the one thing I've got to show you, this would not go with anything in my house. My house is very neutral colored because, well, I guess it might go. But it's a little bit too bold, but I love this blanket. It's called the New Horizons blanket. Inspired by Mondrian's painting The Woods Near Hull, this blanket creates a large canvas on which to paint your colors. Look at that. Isn't that insane? Again, this is crocheted. I mean, this would not go with anything in my house, but who honestly cares? I mean, my husband might care. But that's a lot of yarn, but oh my goodness, isn't that beautiful? Oh, now when I see this is the color study throw. When Rembrandt's colors meet Escher's style, this illusionistic throw is created, used to add a surprisingly modern twist to any interior. Okay, brace yourselves. Now, that's beautiful, and it's not as hard as you might think it is. What kills me, fellow crocheters, is all the ends. That's all I can think of, which is really sad. I hate end work. Tell me, fellow crocheters, let me tell you, how many of you actually enjoy sewing in ends? Because I hate it. I hate it so much. After putting in all the work, it's like, really? I still have to sew in these stupid ends. But it is beautiful. It is very, very beautiful. And there are wonderful articles in here about different Dutch spinners and, you know, and the textiles. And then this one, this is the reason I got it. The whole reason I actually bought this particular bookazine was a knit pattern. And I don't even knit. I knit socially. I know how to knit and purl, basic. And I've been told now I just need to put in 10,000 hours for perfection. But this yarn is inspired by Van Gogh. I love Van Gogh. And this is the Starry, Starry Night hat. And it's Fair Isle, it's color work, but holy cow, I just love that. I love that hat. I would really get on the ball with my knitting if I, you know, to make that hat. And then there's this bedroom rug. And I have this thing where I see knit or crocheted rugs, and the rug is so beautiful that it's like, why would you step on this? That's why you go out and you buy like a cheap mesh rug or, you know, something, but why would you step on these? This is the bedroom rug, and I just love like how it is in that picture. It's like, yeah, are you going to step on that? I'm not going to step on that. That to me is like a wall tapestry. I would hang that on my wall first. I once made a rug. I don't do doilies, but I made as a joke, I made a giant doily rug. I mean, I held 3 strands of worsted weight in my hand, and it turned into this giant, you know, pineapple chunky doily. It was a doily. And I gave it to my mother-in-law and said, it's a rug. And she goes, I wouldn't dream of it. I went, thank you. I think she uses it as a blanket for herself, or she puts it on her bed. But she does not use it as a rug, which makes me very happy. And at the very end, after you see all the beautiful pictures, that's when they put the patterns in It tells you everything that you need. Of course, it's Shape Shay's yarn. Honestly, why would you want to use anything else? I mean, I understand if you have to substitute, but I fell in love with the pictures here. I would want to make exactly what's in here if I could. So that is the Dutch Masters. I believe I paid $10 for this, and you know, considering what you get, to me, that's a great price. The next one, Tea Room. Oh my, I love this picture. So each chapter, each section of this focuses on a different tea, and the first one focuses on matcha, which is the powdered green teas. Oh. And this to me is nuts. This is the leaves scarf. I don't know if you can see how the pattern changes, but the leaves are going through the darker green. And that's crocheted. I thought that was knit. I'm seeing a lot of crochet projects where I have to go, nope, that's crochet. Oh my goodness, that's insane. Oh boy. And then this blanket, the Soul Storm blanket. This is nuts. I mean, look at that. I mean, isn't that the coolest? That is the coolest. And then the Nishio sweater. Express your love by creating a handmade garment. This crocheted sweater, inspired by the Japanese matcha fields of Nishio, makes the perfect gift. I love this sweater. I love green. Green is my favorite color. And I thought that was knit. But it's just, it's so tight. It looks so nice. I love the colors. Sadly, I don't have anyone to make this for, which really annoys me because I really, really do love it. It's a beautiful pattern. I have a husband. I have a wonderful husband. I'm already making a sweater for him, but that one's not his style. It's like, oh, these. Okay, so now we move on to saffron and ginger. So your saffron and ginger teas. I mean, and here's the picture for this. Now, again, this is knit, but holy cow, here is gorgeous color work. Ginger root gloves. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I have to go check the time. Okay. Oh, there's just so much. Oh, I gotta show you this. This is a Spice Market snood. I mean, you wear it like that. Or just, you know, have all those lovely baubles around your neck. So beautiful. Wonderful. And they have an article of the 10 best tea rooms in the world. A lot of them are either in New England or Europe. What a surprise. Excuse me. Now, the chapter that I bought this book is in for. English tea. Yes. Sadly, there are no, well, I guess there is. There's a sock pattern in here that maybe a man would wear. But most of these are for the ladies, which I wish they had included one for the guys. But a lovely tea cozy. Oh, the Petals and Leaves shawl. Luxury and romance are a match made in heaven. Echoing floral patterns, this lacework shawl is enhanced by an ombre color effect. I love that shawl. I love the lady they got to do it. She looks awesome. And then here's the pattern. This is the one where I went, yep. Okay, no, I take that back. Here are the Earl Grey socks. Those are knit. Here's the sweater. Crochet masquerading as knitting. This is a proper sweater with beautiful cable detailing. It's sure to become a staple of every wardrobe. There it is. I gotta move my coffee a little bit. But there it is. And there is beautiful cables. I would love to make this. I don't know if I would do it in the gray. I mean, it's beautiful. But I've already done a white to light gray to dark gray sweater. Don't know if I would do this color, but holy cow, I have the pattern. Oh, so I just need to pick colors. And then finally, I hate to say it, but you know, if I had to pick a section that I was the least excited about is the Oolong chapter. I do love the King Jean sweater. And the thing is, this is lovely and it's boxy, but I got a feeling I like this more on her than I would like it on me. It's a lovely pattern. But you almost have to pick your battles of, oh my goodness, how many sweaters can I do? Oh, and I got to show you this. How many different ways to wear a poncho with a cowl? Yeah, here are the ways. Lots of different ways. Very versatile. So this was, I'm glad I got this. But eventually I'm going to get to that sweater and I'm going to get to my British tees. Now the one. Oh, the one. The whole thing. The whole thing. I can't show you the whole thing, but I really wish I could. Romance. This is gorgeous. This focuses on the pre-Raphaelite painters, the Victorian time period when lace was supreme, color work, just, I love this one. Here is the Ophelia. Okay, I gotta show you the big picture. The big picture is the amazing thing. So in here we have two projects. Both of them are crocheted. Okay, so the first thing is the Ophelia sweater. That's crocheted. And then what's even, I love this whole picture. The Beatrix blanket. I've got to show you this blanket. Is stunning. The subtle color gradients of this beautiful blanket echo the glowing light and shade Rossetti used in his Beata Beatrix painting of his beloved wife, Lizzie Sidal. Rich and luxurious, this damask pattern blanket will set the mood in any room. Wait till you see it. Look at that. That's crocheted. Isn't that insane? I mean, that's just incredible to me. I would love to make that. I would drape that anywhere. It's just beautiful. And then we have a medieval design, the Sidal scarf. Oh, this thing is nuts. Medieval designs and textiles influenced both pre-Raphaelite and arts and crafts artists, and rich tapestries. And fleur-de-lis, the lily flower motif, inspired this luxurious wrap, crocheted using lightweight mohair and alpaca fibers. Its contrasting textures are irresistibly warm and cozy, and luxurious mohair, holy cow. One should either be a work of art or wear a work of art. Oscar Wilde. Well, Oscar, at least on that, I think we agree. But look at that. And it has on the, just the beautiful. I could go through this whole thing, but I have to show you the one. This is the pattern that Lulu Loves turned, and I went, oh, that's it. That must be mine. That. It is absolutely stunning. The Eton top. And here is what it looks like. You've got this beautiful lace work up here in the sleeves, and this gorgeous mid-lace level section here. And that is what it looks like. That is stunning. And that's crochet. I mean, that's where, knitting has been, top tier. And I feel like crochet has always been trying to go to get, I am as valid as knitting. Knitting has been around for forever and ever and ever. And crochet has only been around for forever. And so this to me is like, this is what crocheters can do. This is stunning work. So needless to say, I got this, and then when I saw the pattern, I was able to purchase the yarn necessary. I wish I could go through the rest, but I highly recommend, I highly recommend going to Scape Shays. Definitely go to the American, the US, English site, and just looking through here. But I looked, and the yarn that it called for was Scape Shays Legacy number 6. Now, the number 6 scared me because I went, oh no, that means I'm working with thread, and I don't know if I'm ready. And I went, oh, well, what hook does it call for? 3 millimeter. Okay, I'm not scared of 3 mil. Okay, I can do this. So I ordered 4 balls of what I would need, and it's nothing showy. It's Legacy's number 6. Just regular 100% cotton. Now, there were 2 options. I could have gotten, this is the matte white. The other choice was if I did mercerized cotton, which technically is stronger, it holds up. I think it's probably been treated, but it has a kind of sheen, it would look like a white sheen. And I debated. I went back and forth on, ooh, this is durable versus just 100%. This is the real deal. And I went, you know what? If I'm going for that classic Victorian lace work where it's got to be matte, it's got to be classic. So I bought 4 of these at a yarn shop. It's not even Alaska, it's in Ohio, called Around the Table Yarns. That's actually where I got the bookazines as well, was Around the Table Yarns. They were a wonderful shop, and goodness, the stuff came here very quick. So I don't know how I'm going to work on this. We're going into false winter. I mean, as beautiful as it is, it's short sleeve and it's cotton. It's not exactly going to keep me warm as we headed into our Alaskan winter. But I am looking forward to working on this as soon as possible. As soon as I finish, you know how it goes, everything else. But this is going, you guys keep me accountable and going, when are you starting? Okay. But I just wanted to share those lovely things with you. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.